How you doing this morning? Let me get my chair adjusted here. My old squeaky chair. Hi, Mitzi. Anybody else popping in? Get everything set up here. Let's move that over there. Hi, Zed. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Roll up the old sleeves. Anybody do anything fun or interesting? Hi, Linda. Creative. Hi, Abigail. Let's see. Oh, you like the cat day? Yeah, that was a cute one. I try to catch him at least once a week doing something. It's usually sleeping cute, is what it ends up being, or looking out the window or something like that. So yeah, did everybody have a good weekend? Did y'all do anything creative? How's your weather? I think we're supposed to have rain off and on most of this week. So let's see. I think I've said hi to everybody here so far. We're going to do, I got a order in from Zandra, Paint and Paper Studio. So, yeah, I should go look that up. Hang on real quick. If I can put a link. Let's see. Hi, Nani. There's Zandra's shop. Hi, Fernando. Good morning. Hi, Tina. Good morning. Picola has had an appointment this morning, so Picola will not be here today. So just FYI. Hope you're doing well, Tina. Good morning, Juanita. Tori, Ray. Anybody else coming in I missed? Good morning, R. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy marvelous Monday to you. And thanks, R, for my bracelet. I can't put it on because I can't hook it myself. I can't hook it myself. So thank you for my bracelet, R. R made a little pearl and metal bracelet for me. Thank you, R. How you doing, Julie? I was just saying Picola's not going to be here today. Hi, Mama Four. Gail. Who else am I missing? Let's see. So yeah, I got new paper from Zandra's shop. And I thought we would just work in my paper journal, the one that I've got to work. See, look, it's a little bit warpy, so I'm gonna have to work in the back. So today I'll work from the back to the front. And that's how you have to do. You really have to work from front to back to front. Although these are individually sewn signatures on here, you can see it's still starting to bend. But we're going to work in this journal today and with some of this stuff. Yeah, Janet. She had an appointment. Hi, Molly. Let's see. I think I said hi, Diane. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Kat. Good to see you. It's been a while, Kat. I hope you're okay. I haven't seen you here for a little bit, for a hot minute. So good to see you, Kat. And I could have just missed you too. So thanks, Diana, for the thumbs up. Let's see. So, anybody want to say what they did over the weekend? Did they have some fun? Did they do something creative? Mama said we just got back from 3,000-mile trip. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, congratulations. Mama four. Those four. You're gonna have all those grandkids, Mama four. Uh, let's see. Oh, been shooting butterflies. So I'm assuming you mean photography, right? Oops, sorry. I'm assuming you mean photography, Abigail. But it's a bit windy for macro photography. Once you take the picture, you can zoom in. You can edit it and zoom in. I mean, not probably as well as if you got like right up on them, but you can zoom in some. Yeah, driving. Yes, driving. I think the longest we ever drove was from San Antonio to Anchorage, Alaska. That's 5,000 miles. It's 2,500 miles to Seattle and then another 25. You wouldn't think. You would think, people assume that you get up to Seattle. And that's actually halfway to Anchorage. Because then you got to go through Canada and the Yukon and, then back down into Anchorage, Alaska this way. So, yeah, it was 5,000 miles. That's the most we've ever driven. So let's see. Hi, Debbie Bruce. Let's see. Julie worked at convention the last 5 days. Oh, good grief. You want to talk about it, Julie? What kind of convention? Or are you just worn out? That's okay. Janet said she'll do all the work today. You're all right. You're okay, Julie. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see. I missed something on the $100 bills. Hi, Miss Seki. I'm trying to see what else. So Tina said my mother and deputies have a conversion van from Florida. They took it all the way to Canada and back. Yeah, my grandma. Well, Mom and Ken would did a lot of RV. Grandma had one of those pull behind the car kind of camper kind of things, and they'd travel and they didn't go that as far as Canada. I don't think, but they would do that as well. And I said, Grandma, do you enjoy camping and going all these places with your camper? She goes, well, it's not really a vacation when you pull your kitchen behind you. So yeah. I was I'm not gonna ignore that one, Janet. Let's see. Okay. All right. So here we go. State convention, went to work, came home. Oh, wow. Well, congratulations. I think congratulations, Julie. Did you know you were even elected? Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. Theirs wasn't a pop-up camper. It was one of those kind of, it was a big camper. They pulled behind them. That wasn't a pop-up. But is that what you're saying? You have She Spins, Juanita, a pop-up camper? Okay, Abigail. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Mama 4, where'd it go? There it goes. It goes by quick here. Our 2011 Camry had 269,000 miles and made it back. It's probably glad to be home too. But congratulations, Mama 4. Let's see what else. Yeah, more exactly. Well, thanks for being here when you can, Julie. Thank you for being here when you can. And all my mods, thanks for being here when you can. Nobody has to be here. I appreciate my mods when they can be here. If you have appointments and things you got to do with your family, hey, it is, you got to do it. Let's see. Ah, your sister owns and rents out full-size campers. Ah, Juanita, I see. Thank you, Tina. Appreciate that. Hi, Ashley. She will, won't she, Janet? So Brenda, and who else am I missing? So if y'all are watching a recording or you're just lurking or the first time here, my name's Dee Dee. As you can see, this is Coffee and Art in the Morning, and I've been streaming for it'll be 11 years in November. About half time here on YouTube and half the time over on UStream. And before I started, before I came over here to YouTube, and so we do a little art, we do a little everything creative here. I try to keep it an inspiration show and real positive, and it's a chat show. So don't email me, don't say it's so chatty, you talk so much. If you're watching a recording, just slide that little button. If it's too chatty for you, don't email me. Because it's a chat show. We chat with the chat. Make sure you have your live chat clicked at the top. If you have top chat, you will not see all the chat, and that goes for recordings as well. Let's see. Oh, that's that Darla. Hi, Darla. I'm sure I'm missing a couple people coming in. I'm not trying to. There's Andrew. Hi, Andrew. So I got in an order. I ordered some. Zandra told me that her new paper had come in, and so I ordered two different sets of signs of the times. Let me get a sip of juice here. Got to get my voice going. And I got these little punch outs in another paper of a stack, and I got a couple of the. I think I got 3. I think she sent me one for free, and I bought 2. The Stamperia rice papers that I've been using in this journal. While I'm just sitting here talking to y'all, I'll just do a little flip while we're sitting here. So, hi, Linda. So they're at different stages, but these are the rice papers, and I've bought them all from Zandra. And this one's just added some other stuff to it. And I'm trying to use a lot of stencils in the background, so we'll probably do a little stenciling. So, and the thing about these kind of pages like this, you can always go back and add more to it. Now, this kind of paper is that absorbent kind of paper. You really can't write on this. So what you'd want to do is write on, if you are more of a journaler, most of my writing kind of stuff goes in other journals. But if you want to just put a quote or a word or something like that, then I would recommend cutting out that word or writing your journaling on a separate journaling tab or tag or something and putting it in rather than trying to write on this paper, right? Hi, Nettie. So here's one that's just kind of started. So what I'll do is first I put down some of the paper, like here, okay? So I have some papers put down, and then I paint. Then I paint it in to a certain extent. I'll add some paint and get it like cohesive with paint, and then stencil, and then add details. So here's an example of that. So I glued down the paper, the rice paper, then I painted the background, then I stenciled. Then I added these little dots with paint, and then I added a couple little butterflies and a little, made to create little quote there. So, and it's just fun. It's chill. It's just, then you can go back, you can get ideas, you can get your color combinations, but this is what it starts like this. So this is before any stencil or any detail like these. So let's see, who else? So again, this is what it starts like. Then it goes to paint. Then we go to stenciling. Stenciling, and then details on top. So it's just a layering process. It's not hard. You just got to take your time. And, enjoy the process. But these are all the rice papers from Stamperia that I bought from Zandra over the last probably couple years. I decided to put them all in this little book, along with some other papers. This is one of those papers from probably Origin magazine or something. Just, you know. So let's see. I'm trying to just read chat. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hi, Brand. Did I say hi to you, Brandy? Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, the papers are beautiful. And Zandra gets them in periodically. Of course, I'm sure there's other places you can buy them, but here, let me click on, let me paste in again Zandra's shop right there. Paint and Paper Studio. She is Zandra's Scraps to Beauty on YouTube. She usually streams every Sunday, but I didn't see her stream yesterday. I don't know, you know, maybe she's out of town or something. I didn't see. Hello, Donna. So then I got a few pages here where there's nothing yet in the middle. Just a few there. And I'll probably add some of these in here today. And then, again, you know, this one's not as bad as some. This has got the individual sewn signatures. Each one is sewn, but you can see it starts to bend. It starts to warp. And if you have like a book that everything's like, you know, actually glued or sewn in, your book will start to warp like a magazine journal. So you want to work some in the back, some in the front, some in the middle like that, so that your spine doesn't warp like it does in a hardbound journal or something like that. So yeah, there's another one here. So I'm just going to keep flipping. Oh, thanks, Tina. Yeah, and you know, it's just one of those things you can just work in. I do. I never feel like I have to only work in one journal. I never feel like I have to complete a page before I can move on to another one. If I want to do a bunch of stenciling, well, you know, or first in this case, it's a good idea if you want to do stenciling, of course, to put your paint first. So I'll paint the backgrounds. I might paint about 5 or 6 backgrounds, and I'll go back and stencil 1 or 2. Then I might go in and finish one, you know. So, and then this is a napkin here. I added a couple of napkins because I wanted to do a napkin demo a couple weeks ago. So like this is a napkin here too. So there's a few napkins in here as well. The decorative napkins that you can pull apart and use kind of the same way. Then I've got some blank pages here. And then here in the back, I've got a couple of pages done back here. Well, I mean, something glued on them. They're not done. So I think that's it. So we're going to probably work in this with a couple of the rice papers after I show the paper that I bought. The Sign of the Times. There's 2 different sets. I don't know how much she has left. She does sell out. Oh, you got some new stencils, Tina? Awesome. She does sell out pretty quickly when she gets new stuff, and she's just a small shop, you know, it's not like Hobby Lobby or something. So anytime you see Scraps to Beauty Zandra saying, I got new stuff in my shop, it's Paint and Paper Studio, and you better grab some while you can. So, hi, Nichols. Thanks again, R, for my bracelet. Let's see. I'm probably missing some people. But okay, well, let's go ahead and I'll show you the 2 different sets of paper I got here. One was a bigger set than the other. So I think one had 12 sheets, one had let's see, this had 12 double-sided, this one had 8 double-sided. So there's 2 different sets here. Hi, Jonica. Oh, thank you, Darlene. And good morning, by the way. All right. And then, so I already took out 2 of them out of the sleeves. They come wrapped like this. There's a Stamperia. I kept this one in here so I could show you the Stamperia little paper there. And so, yeah, I'm going to use these today, so I'm going to take them out. So I love this one, the art studio, the Autier, like Mary Autier. I say it funny, but yeah. So it's a little art studio, and see, they're thin. They're rice papers, right? So they're real thin, but they're sturdy. They're pretty sturdy. It's not like a napkin. Napkin is real, pretty fragile. So I just really love that one. And then I got this one. This is part of the I think out of the Sign of the Time one, I think. Anyway, but this is made in Italy. I'll give you the little, if you can see it there. You would have thought you would have put a hook. Yeah, that's okay. I just can't do a lobster clasp by myself with my hand. Yeah. Let's see. Then this one Zandra just sent me because it's a watch and she knows, or a clock, and she knows I like that. So she said I got those 3. And then she always sends, before I go through these papers here, here's she has little coasters. That's her logo here. It's her little stylized version of Frida. And there's Paint and Paper Studio. And she sent me a couple of napkins, which we could maybe we'll use these also in the journal today. Here's Zandra's business card. And she sent me a little piece of some bead tissue that can go in there. She sent me one of her little paper. I forget, they're torn paper animals. I forget what they're called. There's a name for these things. The way she does these torn paper, there's a name for them, but I can't remember it right now. She sent me one of those at ATC. Here's a star, a couple of star napkins. Sent that. So we might use some of these napkins as well. And I'll put all this together. This can go in her, what do you call it? In my fibs journal. Let's see what Denise sent me here. Hang on. Oh, I think Samantha got our passport thing here. She's just showing me. Okay. All right. Then my order. And let's see. She sent me some tissue paper. Everything was wrapped in that, and then wrapped up in this cat mermaid. Okay, so let me go put this over here. And separate this out. And we'll go through these paper stacks. Let's see, you can use tape to glue one side of the bracelet. Yeah, I guess Oh my gosh, little tips. I know, isn't it cute, Jonica? All right, so let me show you the papers here. So this one has 8 double-sided papers. Signs of the Time. Here you go. This is, if you want to see the information, made in Italy. All right, so let's flip. I'll just flip through each one. Is it too bright? I know it's going to kind of want to flash out as I flip them, but I'll try to keep them pretty clear. This one has 4, ones you can cut apart. Back and front. So, you can use this as a tip in. So if you cut this out, you can use it as like a tip in, a flap, in your journal so that you could keep both sides. I know, aren't they cool, Tina? There's a grid. Hi, Arlene. Arlene, I'm surprised you're here. You're usually in bed by now, Arlene. So good evening, Arlene. Good to see you. Arlene's one of those that's usually up all night and sleeps in the day. She's like a vampire. Uh, aren't they cool? Well, you can cut each one of those little, I think they're like license plates. Go. This one. I like all the tape. And if you like that kind of look of that old Scotch tape, which you don't want to put old, the old tape will ruin your pictures. I think the new tape, Scotch tape is acid free, but if you want that look, you can just use masking tape and ink it, ink your masking tape. Of course, you can buy washi tapes, those colors too, but so thank you, Tina. Yeah, choose the sides. Yeah, that's how they get you. They want you to buy 2 sets, right? uh, okay, so there's that one. And that one again had 8 double-sided pages. This set here had 12 double-sided pages in this stack. Let's see the number on this one. This one is CBT044, and the ISBN. Let me see if I can get my. All right, so the ISBN. I'm not sure if these are on Amazon or not. I'm not sure where all Stamperia sells their stuff. I mean, that's where I think Zandra gets its stuff from. But the ISBN is 8052789437326. And then this one, it's the paper pad that has 12, and it's CBPM044. And the ISBN is 8052789437296. Very tiny. All right, so let's show these papers. Hi, Ray. Sandy. Okay, so again. And you'd cut these up, of course. Very like science illustrative type thing. Oh, thank you, Tina. There's a link from Tina. Whoops. And Janet, both of them got links going in there. So the links are a direct link if you are in the chat. Are they cool though? Art journaling, planners. Very cool. Thanks, guys. Of course, I love this one. Y'all know I'm going to love my astronauts. Okay, Mama 4. The star chart. So many details. And then a word fetty. And I know I haven't used any of them yet because Janet goes, how can you not, can you wait till to show them on stream before you use them? But I did, I waited to use them. Little wing diagrams. And some of those might be Leonardo right there. That's Leonardo writing. And I only have one book to show y'all today. Well, I have a couple, but I'm going to show you one today. I got it Books A Million in the clearance section. Isn't it cool? Just all kind of explorer-esque type papers. So there's that and this. Now they're going to stack up and they'll get all interchangeable. But I will put them in. I keep stuff like this if I can keep them in at least together in a. Of course, they stick out. They don't fold. But they'll fit. This is a 12-inch sleeve, and so then as I cut things up or use it, it'll have a place to keep it all together, right? So yeah, keep that in a sleeve, and then I got this, which is Studio of Light brand, and yeah, they're punch outs. So I'll just kind of flip through. So if we can use some of these in the journal today, if we get to a complete, a far enough stage to add some details, but they are punch outs. And so if you punch them out, you can also, did I punch out two? Oh yeah, I guess is there two of each sheet? Yeah, there's two of each one. Just a little bit of different color wave. Like this one has some blue butterflies. This one has yellow butterflies. I just punched out two at a time. And then you can take an ink. Let's see here. Let's get a nice, let me just pull this over here. Get a brown ink, or this is coffee. So, and you can take and you can ink them, the edges, to distress them a little more. Like this. So you can see the difference with one inked and one not. That. And the coffee one is kind of a lighter brown. Then there's a darker reddish brown, and then there's the sepia, which is a little bit redder brown. And yeah, of course, I got the distress inks too, and these are the Ranger Archival. So there's that. So we will probably use some of that today. But let's go ahead and continue flipping. See if I can flip them one by one. So you see how this one's more brown, and then this one's more blue. So you got a hot, a warm color palette and a cool color palette, it looks like, of each one. So yeah, hi Dawn. I know, I like the small ink pads too, because I don't do a lot of inking, and it's just enough to have, have an ink pad. So there's a lot in here. So you can use it for collage, your art journal, your planners. There's 2 there. So what I'll probably end up doing is punching them all out and putting them in a little bag or something so that they're all ready to go. Hi, Flo. So yeah, there's a lot in here. 500, more than 500 it says. And it says, you know, little no cutting because you can just punch them out. So we'll see about using some of these in our journal. All right. Oh, and then she also sent me, she sent me a note and it says, let's see if I can read. I taped it down. I just left it in the package long enough to show you. She said she bought these. Can you use them? I thought I would, but I never used them. So they're kind of like Super Tip, the Crayola Super Tip, but they're the Sargent brand, which I'm not sure if that's just a Hobby Lobby brand or if it's other places too. So she sent me, and I've already used some of them, so they're not in their order. They were all nice and, you know, everything was in its colorway, but I used a couple of them or a few of them over the weekend. And so, but I wanted to show you. Now let me go ahead because I'm going to take them out and throw the packaging away. But I wanted to show you what it looked like, what the packaging looked like this before I took them all out. So there's Sargent Art 50 classic fine tip markers. They're kind of like the Super Tips, the Crayola Super Tips. So yeah, so no, I don't keep the packaging. So I'll just bundle these up with a couple rubber bands for now. Just to but they come in these so let's get the orange and yellows. There's the purple and pink. That's a pink. Let's get the orange. There's the purples, the greens, the pinks and purples, and a black. So let's go ahead and do this, green, blues. That's more green, gray. All right. So here's the yellow, red, orange, and browns. And I can tell you these are not expensive. I think they're even less. They're comparable or less than Crayola Super Tip. So they're good water-based markers. And again, with water-based markers, you can scribble it down on a piece of plastic and pick it up with the water brush and use it like watercolor. Blues, purples, and pinks. All right. Yeah, it's nice to see Arlene here, isn't it, Flo? She's usually in bed by now. I didn't cap that one very well where I used it this weekend. Make sure you cap them well. All righty. So just make some bundles for now. We'll see about using them because I'll be using acrylic paint in the journal. So I don't know if I'll use water-based today, but there's all the colors, 50 colors. And the tips are like, let me compare one to a Super Tip. Here we go. All right. So here is the Sargent. And here is, they look exactly the same. Look exactly the same. The tips. All right. And the Sargents do not have any numbers or names on them either. Just fine tip, classic fine tip markers. And the Crayolas have no number or names on them either. So, yeah. All right. Any questions? She's here every Monday and Wednesday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I don't ever see her. I don't see Arlene's usually. Sometimes I see her for a few minutes because then she goes to bed. I mean, because she's a night owl. Arlene's a night owl. I see her, you know, if I get up in the middle of the night and check on something, or I see somebody like Tina's creepy little book. Oh, well, it's not Tina's, it's it's Pete's creepy little book, but Tina's a mod over there. And I'll stop in just to see, you know, what's talking. Of course, I think Pete's internet was down last night, so they didn't stream last night. But Arlene's there 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. She'll be over at, and I have to watch Edwin and Elrod. Edwin reads The Lord of the Rings, and Elrod draws The Lord of the Rings. I showed y'all some of the art I purchased from him. And he's Edwin's in Hawaii, so they're 6 hours behind. So when it's like 10, I mean 6, 7, 8, 9, like he might start at 6 or 5 or 6 in Hawaii, and that's like midnight here, right? So I have to watch recordings. But Arlene, Arlene makes those night shows. I don't know how she does it, but anyway, Arlene, it's good to see you this morning. All right, so let's go ahead and maybe start working with some of these. I bought the 3 papers, so let's work with this. Let me move my little goodies from Zandra. Oh, I might need, maybe I'll glue that bee. Maybe all that pineapple too. Or this bee. Let's just pull these napkins out here. I might use them. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some. Y'all know anytime I glue any papers or any napkins or anything like that, I use my golden matte medium. This is a small jar. If you're not sure if you're going to like to do collage, mixed media, and a lot of gluing, just get the small jar because it's not cheap. Golden matte medium's not cheap, but I recommend it highly above any other matte mediums I've ever tried. So he does have a good voice for audiobooks. And he gets into the characters when he's reading, and so it's really inviting to listen to. All right, I did pull a couple of stencils, and let's see what else here do I have. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, I do need, if there's none in here, some wax paper. I have some loose sheets around here somewhere. Here's one. And let me get another one. And a couple baby wipes to start. Keep the hands clean, and the matte medium is a little tricky to get off your hands. So we'll start with these papers. I'm not sure how I'm going to do them yet, but I know I want them in this book. All right, let's see. Let's get a little and this is all dry, so I can pour some matte medium on that. Let's get a card to mash everything down with. All right, I think I'm good. Let me move my inks out of the way. This would be edging some of these little cutouts later. All right, if y'all have any questions, put them in caps. No, he, let me see. I don't think I kept it this morning. No, he changed the name, Tina. He changed the name of his channel to, I don't know. It pops up for me in my feed, and I don't have it right here in front of me, so I don't know the name of his channel right now. I'll try to remember to put it in the description later, but he changed the name. He changed the name of his channel, but I can't remember what it is right now. So, yeah. Yeah, he changed the name of his original channel. Yeah. Is it Middle Earth Storytime? Is that what it's called now? Okay. Let me click on. Y'all can try that. I don't remember the name. So, okay. Thanks, Tina. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pour out a little, and always put a piece of plastic or a baggie or something over the lid of your matte medium so you don't glue the lid shut to the top, to the jar, because that will happen. So I'm going to just pour out a little bit there. And so you won't ever glue the lid to your jar. And I haven't asked Janet what she's going to stream today. Let me get a glue brush. So my glue brushes are the only brushes that I keep in water. So they stay flexible by keeping them in water, but they're the only, and they're like old, crusty old acrylic paint brushes that have, really are really bad. And I have about 5 or 6 of them that I keep in water. They're the only brushes I keep in water. Okay, thanks, Tina. Hi, Patio. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and find, let's go probably toward the back, that section back here where I had some blank pages, and start working in the back, because you want to work, like I showed earlier, some in the front, some in the back, so that you don't so that you don't warp your spine. All right, so let's go ahead and put this here, put this here, so we don't glue our pages together while we're gluing or painting. How's that look? Does that, okay, maybe let's go ahead and zoom in on there. There we go. All right, so let's see what we got. So let's start with this watch. So I will probably, the other thing too is these are individual signatures. So if you glue over a signature that's like an individual paper like that, the chances are is that you open and close it, and the book starts to get more warpy. This will probably tear eventually. It's probably going to tear if you glue it straight over. Sometimes I'll glue it straight over. Sometimes I'll cut it and just move the other half just over, that little 1/16 of an inch, so that it doesn't tear. But, either way, whatever you want to do, but it will eventually tear on a page that's separate like that. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Or you can just glue, you do half, like here, let's go ahead and do this. I'll show you. We'll do this. I'm going to divide this in half, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do this and this. Now I got to cut off just a little bit off the top because it's a little tall. So I'm going to do it backwards like this. And then I have this little bit of Simpson Spring Company ledger thing right here. So maybe I'll put this under here. And then I'll put the little piece of leftover under here. Something like this. Layer that up. So the page is completely covered. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and put these pieces down first. So when you use your matte medium, when you're collaging or decoupaging or paper layering, you always want to put the matte medium on the bottom. Now you can't do this if it's a napkin. If it's a napkin, you can't put it on the back because you can't lift the napkin up. It'll tear. But the rice paper, you can still do this. And then turn it over. Put it down where you want it, and then go over the top. Oops, let me cut that a little. Just want to use that little bit up. Oops. And go over the top. Now, the rice paper will probably be pretty, grippy, but most other papers, you're going to need to kind of smooth them down. But be careful, because depending on how thick or thin the paper is, you can tear it. So be careful when you do that. All right. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'm just leaving the tiniest bit there because, like I said, this is a separate signature. Let's move it up just a little. But these are pretty thin, so you don't have to scrape them down too much. Same thing for napkins. Napkins will wrinkle pretty easily anyway. So If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's not like we haven't done this at least 1,000 times. Well, maybe a few hundred. We're over 1,000 videos that I have still up. I've taken some down back when we had the, not made for children videos. None of my videos are made for children. But, let's put some on the back. But there was, well, this one might be. It has a toy in it. That kind of stuff. Some of them I just took down. Some of the family ones and the interview ones. I took a bunch. Well, I didn't take them down. I privatized them. I put them on private. So I still have them, but they're not visible. So anyway, I said all that to say there are tons of collage, mixed media, art journaling, collage making videos out there and they're in my playlist, so you can find them pretty easy. All right. Let's get a little of that excess off there. So I don't know if Janet answered what she's going to do today or if she knows yet. Sometimes she doesn't decide what she's going to do till the last minute. But Janet streams at 1 after me. I usually try to end by 12. I go about 3 hours and then go have lunch. And then Janet comes on at 1. So it's usually what our schedules are around here. Okay, still need a little bit more right there. Right to the edge. And I need a little bit more matte medium. Just pour out a little at a time so it doesn't dry out. You don't want to waste this. All righty. Still nothing from Janet? Or am I missing it oh, there she is. I was on the phone. Don't know yet. I'm thinking. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm just going to kind of gently, not going to mash too hard because it'll tear. These papers and napkins will tear fairly easily. All right, so now move that out of the way there, and let me go ahead and dry. Because of this kind of paper, this textury, it's almost like a cottony feel paper. It's going to take an extra minute to dry, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave some wax paper here between this one because I'm just going to go to the next page to do the next glue down. And this journal, I got it off of Amazon. I don't know if it had a name or if it's just under. If you just look under art journals, there's so many. There's hundreds of different kinds, but this is what the spine looks like. If y'all not seen, Janet did some awesome little mini journals last week. If y'all haven't seen those yet, watch last week's show where Janet did her little mini journals. Janet, and you didn't probably get mail yesterday. I hope your things come in today. Your little metal, what are they even called? You stamp into leather with. I hope they get there today. I didn't check the tracking today, but unless you got them yesterday. So hopefully they'll get there today. All right, so let's see here. The next one I want to do is this. And I think this one could probably be busted out into maybe 3 or 4 different pieces. So, all right. So I'm going to start by probably, let's go ahead and cut off the borders here. Okay, yeah. When I saw on Saturday that they hadn't arrived on Saturday, they said running late. And I went, well, good grief. It's a priority. I paid for a priority pack. Not that you're not worth it. I don't mean that. But I paid for a priority envelope and it's running late. What the heck? You know what I mean? All right, let me give you the ISBN on this paper. Again, I don't know if this is on Amazon or not. Check with Zandra's shop first. 805-27-89-43-7647. Okay, that's this one. You know? All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to cut out it's going to be too big either way. I'm going to have to cut a little off the bottom to get it to fit. Okay, that'll fit there. So I think I'll use that and maybe the little no, I think the molecules need to be on another page. So maybe half of this one. So then I've got some of this, and then I'll use these three on another page, the next page. And I think I'm going to use my bees, that little piece of bee paper that Zandra threw in there, this little piece. I think I'm going to throw those bees. I'm going to throw those bees on there. We'll throw on some little, it's like a little edge of some tissue paper. I'm going to throw that on there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and tissue paper is another one that you really can't put on the back. So you just want to make sure you have plenty. You want, plenty of matte medium down. Because it does make a difference, believe it or not, if it's on the back of the paper. Not so much these thin papers or tissue papers, but it does matter on other collage papers. Oh, I forgot to show you the book I bought. I got it at Books A Million. It was in the clearance section. Let me finish this paper gluing here. See if I can do this without sticking it. There we go. I'll show you the book. Let's tear that little bee off and move them over there. There we go. If anything hangs over the edge, you can, after you dry it, just trim it off. I might do some, find a stencil that maybe looks kind of like a beehive or something, honeycomb. Okay, so let's just gently, oops, see, look, I'm tearing it, so I better quit on that one. Very thin, very, very thin tissue paper. Okay. Let's trim this little, I'll just fold that over. Just a little bit edge there. They're very light bees. They're light bees. Bees of light. And I think I picked up some of that gold off of their little wings there. Instead of like, lightning bugs, have bee bug, light bugs, light bees. All right, so let's go ahead and put this down. It's close to the edge here. And we'll do a little painting, a little stenciling, a little decorating, just a little bit of art journaling today. The other thing I was going to do was maybe draw some animals today, but I think I'll save that for Wednesday. We'll draw some animals, sketch and draw on Wednesday. That can be our plan for Wednesday. All right, let me turn this around. I think it's a little. There we go. Let's see. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of drawing here. Get it semi-dry. Hi, Jane. Hi, Colleen. Let's go back over to this one again. Just make sure if it's cold to the touch, it's still damp. So dry it front and back, especially if it's on these cottony papers. Hi, Kathy B. Okay, I'll just put some paper behind this one for a minute. So I don't want them to stick together. That's the golden matte medium will not stick your pages together as long as it's dry. As long as it's dry. Let me put it back in that one too, because this cottony paper is going to take a few minutes to really get really dry. All right, so let me get another piece here, and let's go ahead and stick these couple of pieces down. Then I'll show you the book that I got. So we got these 3 little pieces left from that other sheet. Let me pour out a little bit more matte medium. All right, so let's see. I think I'll go with that. And then we'll do some painting, some stenciling, some details with those little punch outs. And if y'all just coming in, like Colleen and Kathy are paper lovers like me, if y'all missed, or maybe y'all already have the new papers that Zandra had in her shop. I don't know. But I showed those a little while ago. Thanks, Tina. Hi, CB. Good to see you. Anybody else coming in I've missed? Just going to do a little bit of paper and art journaling today. A little stencil painting. And again, I did do another flip through this little journal a little while ago if y'all missed it. All right, so let's get this nice and smoothed down. So we're supposed to have a kind of a rainy week most of the week off and on. So it's pretty cloudy out and kind of gray. So it's a good day to art journal. Those molecules would make good tiny planets. Yeah, Rachel. I love using marbles for planets. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get some matte medium over the whole thing here just to give it a nice coating. All right, let me hit it with the heat gun for a second. Is this the big journal? Are you talking to me, Kathy? The big journal? No, this is not. You mean the 600-page, 14 by whatever journal? Are you? I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. Now, this is this little journal here. This one is not that big. It's probably, I don't know, 5 by 7.5, something like that. No, I don't know which one you mean, Kathy. You mean, you don't mean this journal, do you? Whoops. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Exit full screen. Hang on, guys. I gotta exit the full screen. Why can't, there it goes. Exit full screen. There we go. I was trying to get my camera to zoom out. There we go. All right, so here we go. This is the big journal. And here's the one we're working in today. I don't know which journal you mean, Kathy, for real. Oh, my goodness. All right. I know it won't fit in the screen. All right, well, while I'm backed out here real quick, let me go ahead and show you the book that I bought. It's kind of big, and we'll just let this sit for just a second and get me some more baby wipes. This one is, I showed it earlier. Look, it's this one here. It's got a bunch of different signatures. Got it off of Amazon. I don't know. Yeah. The name of it. Okay, so let's see. The book that I got here is in the clearance section. I know right now I'm not going to cut it up. I thought it would be good to draw from. Let me clean up my matte medium here. That's one of the nice things about having this wallpaper on this board, because it's wipeable. I mean, it's still, you let the paint dry on it, it stays. But I mean, I could probably scrape it off if I really wanted to. But it just kind of adds to the flavor. Okay, so this is the book that I got. It's a DK book, and I got it on clearance at Books A Million. And it's just really, DK books are always good books. And this is the Smithsonian Explantorium of Nature. It's explaining nature. Let me get another baby wipe here. Still got matte medium on my hands. And I got some stuff on it already. But I liked it because it not only has so much scientifically detailed stuff, but it's got good pictures. And look at this. It's got a cutout on the cover. It's got a texture. I wanted to do a rubbing on this just to see if it would work, how it would work. Do a rubbing of this iguana. Let's see. Do I have a thin piece of paper handy? Let's get a piece of copy paper here. I want to just try it. Gotta make sure it's not wet. So let's do, let's see. Should I just do a graphite or should I go with a green? Let's just go with a green. Hang on. Let's go with a dark green. All right, let me sharpen it. We'll try it. Hi, Devin. Anybody else popping in I missed? All right, let's see. Now, the eye is not raised, so it's going to have like a space there for you to have to put the eye in. But I just thought, let's go ahead and try this. Not sure where it goes this way. And it's kind of picking it up a little. It's not really a deeply embossed, but it was kind of cool. So you can see the texture. Anyway, sorry, that was a little sidebar there. Hi, Becky Kalura. So anyway, what I liked about it is it had so much close-up photos and also so many explanations, like, how do bugs fly, how to, just all kinds of things. So as you can see, the pictures are so close up, how cells work, DNA works. But look at the great photos. It just has such awesome photos in here. So, see how microorganisms work. So it's all about how things work. I just really liked the whole vibe of it. Germs, algae. See, it's just everything. But look how beautiful the photographs are. See, look at this. Of course, you can find pictures like this on the internet too. But, it's just so cool. If you zoomed in and did a macro, look. See? So I'm just going to kind of flip kind of quickly. You can pretty see everything, But look at the photographs. I mean, just great pictures. I know. It is so neat. Flowers, fruits, how seeds travel. So I'm just going to keep flipping. In a minute, I'll just do a thumb flip because there's a lot to this book. But I just wanted to give you an idea. See, look at this. It's just stunning. Just get so many ideas. I mean, look at these. Look at how this looks like feathers. It looks like feathers. So let me go ahead because I'm not even halfway through the book yet. So let me just go ahead and flip for you. The different, you know, what do you call it? Land, types of land, and the animals that are there. Habitats. There we go. Habitats. Isn't it awesome? So anyway, I think it's normally like I don't know, $35 book. It was on sale for $12. So I had to get it for $12. Look at look if you like to draw animals, look close up of the fur. Giraffe. And maybe we'll pick a couple of these animals out on a Wednesday to draw. And draw them like instead of like a yellow giraffe, maybe we'll do a blue giraffe. You know, we'll work on the what do you call it, the scroll paper, which is just shipping paper, the brown shipping paper. We'll work on the brown shipping paper and draw some of these animals. That'll be fun. How about that? Do that on Wednesday. Tina, yeah. Yeah, really, Tina, right? For sure. Oh. I mean, they're just so, you got close up of their little claws and, I don't know. So there's just so much in it. Oh, look, I didn't even see this one yet. The axolotl. We've drawn him a few times here. So we'll pick a couple of things out of here to draw on the big paper, on the big art scroll, maybe one of those big fish or something. And so, yeah, it is how many pages? And I'll give you the ISBN in just a minute. It's like, not including the index. Oh, here, including this, it's over 350 pages. 350 pages. And let me see here if I can see. Let me get my magnifying glass. Yeah, it's normally $29.99. I got it for $12 and change because, and also have, what do you call it, discount card. Okay, it's 978-14654-63630. So that's what it is. So, and DKs are always good books. So, yeah, I got that. All right, let's see. What else? You would have bought that book for the I know. It's so cute. I didn't even see it till just now. I flipped through that book a few times, but I missed the axolotl. All right, so let's go back over here to our little art journal here. Go back to our art journaling. Zoom back in again. Let's finish gluing our rice papers in. This is still damp, so let's just do a little bit more dry. Get some of the matte medium off my fingers there. Thanks, Janet. Julie says it's $29 on Barnes & Noble online. Janet just put an Amazon link in there. $21.79 on Amazon. Yeah, I always look for those clearance books at Books A Million. Okay, I think I got it pretty well dry. All right, so I got, what do I have left? I have one more sheet, and it's this one with the art studio. Now, this one's going to have to go sideways if I want to keep the whole studio. You know, the last one I put this way. Do I want to put it the same, or do I want to go the other way? The other one that had a big paper that I didn't want to cut the girl its face in half. So, where is it? Really like the way that one turned out. Where are you? Warrior. So I flipped through this earlier, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just looking for that one page. Where is it? There it is. Her. She's this way, so I should probably do the same direction, I think. Let's go back over here and do it that same direction. Like this. All right, so, and again, if you go across the spine, the chances are that it's going to eventually tear right there is, you know, pretty good. But, yeah. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to cut this down, the title here. And let's see where I can cut off some of the sides. I want it to fit on the double page. I like looking through. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Thank you so much. I do a lot of flips, and some people think, you know, you showed that one last week. You know, well, yeah, well, we showed it again this week. All right, so I'm just thinking like this. Do I want to maybe put this and then put this kind of right up next to it? Maybe, probably. All right, so let's go ahead and trim this down. And I'll put this up here first. All right, let's get some of that excess off there. Oh, wait, let's put some wax paper because, yeah, we don't want to glue our pages together. And then we'll do some painting and stenciling. I still have those couple of napkins, too, we could use if I need to. All right. Let's see. I have to get some more matte medium out in a minute, I think. All right, so let's put the title. Right up to the edge. And straighten it out a little. Do any of y'all watch Curiosity Inc.? Remember the Potter House and where they bought the house in Canada, Alex and his family, and they redid the house, and then they tried to sell it, but it was during all the, a lot of the lockdown and stuff, so they didn't get a chance. So they rented it. Well, I guess they rented it for 18 months. And so they moved out. The people they rented it from moved out, and all that. Oh my gosh, Alex practically has to redo the house again. So you watched all weekend, Janet? Yeah, it's in 3 parts. If you want to put a link in there, Janet, feel free. Curiosity Inc. is the name of the channel, and Alex, just so nice. He and his family, and they live in Canada, and he has like a little country store of antiques. And they just moved in, maybe a couple years ago, moved into a new store. Anyway, and they bought the Potter's house, and that's a whole story I won't get into. If you want to just go back and look for the Potter's house in his playlist. He probably has it broken down. And so he rented the house out, and he went back 18 months later, and it was like, yeah. So... all right, let's go ahead and put this down. I'm going to need a little bit more matte media. I'm going to put some on the back of this too. Let's pour a little bit more out. And let's go ahead and put some on the back. I don't want to take too much time because I don't want it to glue this down. It's pretty thin, but these rice papers are a lot sturdier than napkins. All right, let's see if I can. I have to stand up to get this squared up. Okay, let's work our way down. I got it a little off. That's okay, because I'll paint the edges anyway. And I'll trim the little bit of overlap off the edges. It's a little trickier doing a full sheet like this. So I don't know if y'all remember. I guess since Debbie Bruce said, "Oh, I like seeing your journal." I'll show you some of the ones that I made from scratch with poster board and using some of these rice papers from Zandra. And I think I got 3, maybe 4 different ones. I'll pull those out here in a second. Where are they? Oh, they're up there on that shelf. Let's see if I can reach them. Okay, so I'll let this sit for a minute. And then I'll trim a little bit of the edge there and just a little bit there where I didn't get quite centered on there. All right, let's see. Yes, it was good to see Hans and Novia and John. Yeah, all of them. It was, Julie. Yeah, if you follow them all the time, it's like they're like part of your family that lives in Canada. Is origami? Yes, you can collage with origami paper, Nikki. Yes, for sure. And depending on, it's just thin. You got to just be careful with it. But yeah, I've used origami paper for like, all the patterns, the little Japanese patterns and stuff. Well, there's other ones too, but the origami have a lot of Japanese patterns. And you can tear them and make landscapes with them. They're really nice for landscapes. I've followed Kirsten Inc. since before they bought the Potter's house and Mary was still alive. I did follow before the Potter's house, but I don't remember ever seeing Mary, except in an old video or something. But I don't know. I don't remember if I saw with, what do you call it, Alex and them. I don't remember. It's been so long. Okay, so let's go ahead and not let that glue to that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and slide this over for a minute. I'll go ahead and heat gun it again too, but let's just move it for a minute. I got this, Zandra sent me this cool pineapple, so I might put that in there too. All right, we'll see. Let's go ahead and move this just to the side for a second. Well, I'm going to have to move it farther than that because these books are pretty big. Let me get some of the matte medium off my hand. See if I can reach up here and grab these without knocking down the shelves. All right. Here we go. All right, so this one was my idea for doing the 3 that I'll show you here in a minute. The idea for that, first off, I did this. So I had this sketch pad. I had this sketch, is it watercolor? It's no, it's a Bristol. So I had this pad of Bristol, right? Bristol paper. I silvered the edges, so it doesn't, it has silver paint on the edges, but it's Bristol paper. It's just a pad of Bristol paper. So what I did is I covered it. Oh, let's back out because it's big. I covered it with pieces of chipboard that I painted and decorated and stamped. And so it's very dimensional. See, all this is all different little pieces of chipboard. And then I had this old vintage Dover art stained glass that's like see-through. It's like a parchment kind of paper. Here we go. I still got I'm trying to get some of this glue off my hands. So I use that to put it as like a center. So this is a center. And then what I did is I had some of that, it's not stickles, but it's the liquid pearls or something, and it's black. So I went around to make the stained glass look like it was leaded. So I like leaded around everything with the liquid pearls. So thanks, Arlene. And so it's just a 12 by 17. What is it? Let me get my ruler because I actually don't remember. See-through ruler. Let's get the right direction going here. So it is a 11 by 17. It's 11 by 17 Bristol pad. And all I did was just cover it with pieces of chipboard that have painted. First I painted it black. Then I put the silver. These are stamps. And then these are the silver liquid pearls. And just to make it look like a stick. So anyway, this was the first one I did. And after I did this one, I said, well, instead of covering a pad, let's just make a book from poster board. Y'all know what poster board is. You get it at the store, those big sheets, kind of heavy paper. So I made 3 different books out of poster board. So let me just set them aside here and I'll show you one by one. The first one, I think it was the Leonardo one. So it's just poster board folded. I think it's 2, 3. I think there's 3 sheets. Let me see. It was 2 with 1 glued to make a window. So I made a window in each one. Okay. So, and then again, this is just a piece of, scrapbook paper. And then I put these faux hinges on there. This is an old piece of metal from back in the scrapbooking days. And then I just painted it to look like old wood. And so this is my Leonardo one. So again, let's go ahead and open it up. So I'll try to kind of go through some of it. So this is I have tons of books on Leonardo da Vinci. And this is napkins here. I just made some covered some pieces of cardstock with napkin to make these pockets. And then I put all the tags in here. These are from different Stamperia papers as well that I got from Zandra. Sorry, I don't know anybody in Ohio. I don't answer calls from people I don't know. And so I made these little pockets here to put different little things in. And what's kind of sticking right now are the pearl dots. So I put the little gold pearl dots. They're not pulling off, but they are a little on the sticky side. They don't look at all that. I'm gonna get all that glue off my hands. This is some ribbon, like some trim, gold trim, and again, different Stamperia papers. I don't know which ones they are. I don't keep track of that anymore, but they're like steampunk type papers. And so I just have all kinds of tags and some paper clips. And I tried to make a window in each one. So I cut down a window so that it's kind of reversible. So it kind of, now the window goes over Leonardo. This way it goes over Mona Lisa. So cut that out. And again, all these little dots are just dots of the liquid pearls. And thanks, Flo. So let me kind of, it's a little flashed out. Let me turn the bright down just a little. It's a little bright. There we go. That's more. Because it's really quite dark. It's dark, dark chocolate brown. Then a little mirror right there. And then, just all different kinds of little decorations and things. Some stenciling. So, and then this is like a faux leatherette that I think Artie Dar embossed this and sent it to me. I can't remember. I think this was from Artie Dar. And then I just put some little brads in there and then just filled up all the pockets with just different things from Leonardo's books, the shells and, some different things. And I did a little bit here, a little door here where it's the Last Supper over here. And then over here, these doors are from Catherine Anderson doors. And then I just put this is the paper that I used here. It was called, well, it doesn't have it just has a number. So the number is DFSA 4436. And maybe this, I don't know, this, and probably this one is a different one, but Leonardo Codex. So these different little cutouts were in that. Then these were out of one of I've got all kinds of books on Leonardo, and I've got duplicates. So anyway, cut this out. And so I just kind of tucked all this in here. And then this page here, again, painting. I did a demo one day on how I did the faux wood, so I just kept that in here. Just to show how I did the faux wood look on the front covers and right here. So I just kept that in here. So again, here's the paper pack. And then these are napkins, the olive tree napkins. And these open up. And then there's some Leonardo little images in there. And then all kinds of just Leonardo things from his books. And then the little tags from the paper pack. And I mean, I just got tons of stuff in here. Little envelope with more in there. And copper, kind of a copper paint edged to everything. And yeah, so, and then the back, I put some more Leonardo, just some torn, and then Leonardo da Vinci little tag right there. So this was the Leonardo. And again, it's just made out. Hi, Judio. It's just made out of the poster board. Have that weight of, that weight of paper. All right. Then the next one, not in any particular order. I think this was the last one I had done. This goes on this here. Again, I based it off of the papers that I bought from Zandra. And I don't remember if I kept it in here or not. But this one's got a lot of glitter, stenciling and stickle glitter on it. And then these were some chipboard pieces that were bought separately from that coordinated with the paper pack. So I just pop dotted that on there to make him look like he's howling at the moon there. So here's the back. Okay. So, hi, Gary. How you doing? Y'all don't follow Gary, make sure you do. Gary's an awesome artist. All right, so then this is, again, another window. And I just stuck all kinds of things in. Here's a lot of tags and some stickers. I made the pockets. Some, different little butterflies and unicorns and outer space, So, yeah, it's just craft paint and glitter stickles. And then did this. And then here, this one can't, there's This is why I don't trust stickers. It's sticky, but it doesn't, you really need to glue anything sticker on with glue. And then some more little pockets, papers. So I thought this is a good idea if you don't have tons of ephemera and you just want to keep some of your collage ephemera separated by a topic or something, you could make some of these depending on how. Obviously I've got way too much to make a book for each topic I have, but I put gold paint around the edge of this. And so anyway, there's that one. And then the last one is my Japanese. Again, this is paper that from Stamperia that I bought from Zandra. So I made a little pocket, a little tab. This is a Patty, I think it's Patty Tolly Parish's, or it could be Jones. Anyway, it's the foamy stamps. These are napkins. If you ever want to use napkins as embellishments, what you want to do is glue the whole napkin down on a piece of cardstock and then cut them out so that they're like ephemera, they're sturdy. Then you can cut them out and layer them. And that's what I did here. These are napkins. Okay. Yeah, you have to let the stickles dry overnight for sure. Okay. And then again here, this is some little trim, rosette trim. Probably got that from Hobby Lobby. This is a napkin here, glued to a piece of cardstock to make a pocket. And then all the different ephemera here that I've kept that's, different Japanese and Asian, different images for ephemera. Just made some little paperclip tabs. And then again, these are napkins that I've glued and cut out individually to put on the corners there and kind of pop dotted them up. This is just a stem that I cut across the piece there to make the window. And then pearlescent dots, some washi tape, and everything's lined in this one with gold. Everything's got gold along the edges, along the inside. And I just ran my finger across it to make the gold edges. And then there's the window. Then this is gold paint on this inside here with little pink pearl dots. This is one of the papers, the Stamperia papers that I got from Zandra. And then there's all kinds of little different papers that came in the kits, in the paper kit set. And yeah, so just more little edges and everything. I just individually outlined everything with gold individually. And then there's some more of that rose ribbon there. Okay, and then this one has the butterflies. Butterfly Stamperia papers. And then again, just all different kinds of the papers, the tags, there's the piece of the washi tape I used. So, and I just tucked it all in. Here's a napkin that I glued onto a piece of cardstock. And again, that stamp is the foamies, the stamp foamies. And so there's that one. And then here's the back with another pocket. And that shouldn't be bent, but it is, but that's okay. So put another little thing in here. And this little paper there, that embossed paper in that pocket. So yeah. So just this all made out of just the poster board. All right, so those, just because we're talking about the papers, and that's what I've done with some of the other ones. All right, so let's come back to this one now. Let's go ahead and dry this real quick, and then maybe we'll do a little painting. Let me zoom back in now. So you can see you can decorate it as elaborately as you want. Pockets, flaps, tabs. All right, so let me trim where I kind of got it a little crooked and went off the edge here. So let me just trim this up. And just a little on this edge too. Doesn't matter because I'm going to paint, the the backgrounds and everything. I'm going to paint. So it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly straight. 'Cause it's going to get painted or inked all around the edges. All right, so since I have a little bit of the matte medium sitting here left over, let's go ahead and do this pineapple napkin Zandra sent me. So when you do a napkin, they usually have multiple layers on the back, and you have to remove these layers. There's one layer. I think there's another one. The easiest way to grab it if it doesn't come off just like that one did is get a piece of double-sided tape. And you can separate the layers like that. You really have to remove these layers, otherwise it's not going to stick and you'll probably get a lot of bubbles and stuff. So remove those backing pieces. Okay. So thanks, Zandra, for sending me this pineapple. So let's go ahead and put a pineapple on each page. So I'll cut this in half. Cut this in half. And we'll put one on each page. And then we'll paint, stencil, and other things on it, right? All right, let's see. I hope that pineapple napkin, you hope you get it in your order. I don't know how she decides what she sends. Okay, so let's go ahead. I have just probably enough matte medium here to glue these two down. Now, again, with napkins, they are so thin, you can't turn it over and put, matte medium on the back. You'll just glue the whole thing down. So you just got to kind of lay it down one time, one shot at it, and then it's stuck. So, and they do tend to wrinkle more than the rice papers or other papers do, but that's just the nature of the napkin journaling, So, and be careful. And if you decide to try to mash it down with a card, you got to be real careful not to tear them because they will tear real easy. Okay. But they just melt into the paper. Did Zandra come in? Oh, there she is. Hi, Z. I showed all the stuff that you sent and I bought this morning. The papers. Yeah, my paper order. And so thanks again for the little extras that you sent, like this particular napkin that we're gluing in now. And there's Zandra there. And again, here I have it in my cut and paste. It's still on my paste. There's Zandra's shop right there if y'all want to get some of her purchase from her shop. And Zandra always gets things mailed out really quick. And but everything in her shop, she gets something in new and it goes pretty quick. So if you see her on Instagram or Twitter saying, oh, I got some new things in the shop, you better go look right then because it'll be gone. And I'm not exaggerating. So if you like these papers I'm showing or anything that Zandra sells in her shop, when she says she's got something new, you better grab it while the getting's good. Okay, so now I think I'm done with the glue. So I'm going to get the excess matte medium off my brush. And then again, this is the only brushes, my glue brushes, the only brushes I keep in water. So I'm going to put that back over here. It's way off to the side where the cats don't even so far notice it. All right, so now let's go ahead and dry this. And the napkins dry a little faster than the rice paper. Dry the back. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put a piece of wax paper in here for a few more minutes. So we glued this one down. Oh, thank you, Mary, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel, Mary. I appreciate that. Just reminded Dee I had the most beautiful pineapple growing. I went to pick it yesterday. Someone stole your pineapple? Tina? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mary. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate you guys support the channel. Okay, so we did this one, and then we cut this one was a full sheet. We cut it into two different ones. And then Zandra had sent me these little bees on a tissue paper, so I just glued those down. And then this watch one, or clock one rather, I cut in half and split it over the other way. And then, of course, everything else, I did a flip through of everything else earlier today. So I'll just show you some of the ones that we've actually painted and stenciled and done other things on, just so you can kind of see some of the different stages. So like this one, I've got the paper glued on, some images glued on, and the paint. But I haven't stenciled anything yet, so maybe we'll stencil on this one just to show you. This one, pretty much done. This one, again, I glued some different images down and then stenciled, or painted and then stenciled again, so you can just see. Here's another one where the images are glued down. I painted, and now next is stencil. So we've got a few done. This is, again, this is what they start out as, just gluing like this. All right, so here's one of the papers, the Stamperia papers, the butterfly. Glued it down, and this I think I put on top. Had a cup, maybe a little piece of a flower from that paper, then painted it in, then stenciled, and then added the little other painted dots here, some little butterfly stickers, and the little quote, made to create. So this one I would say is done. So yeah. Yeah, if y'all don't follow Gary's talk and Tina are talking about go follow Gary Shipman Art on YouTube, and I've shown his Titan Mouse books and some of his other sketchbooks, and I've bought some of his art in his auctions, and he's an awesome artist, and he draws almost, well, I don't say every day, but a lot during 5 times a week probably on his channel. So if you want to see him drawing and inking, and go over there and follow him. So again, they're just in different stages where you can see I've put paint, and now what we'll do after the paint is, maybe we'll do this one. Now I kind of want to do the one I picked earlier, so you can see. But the book is getting full. I still have a few pages. I have a few pages right in here that aren't done yet, maybe that many. And then it goes back into some more papers. And again, you can add your own little journaling spots, quotes, just a word. You can add anything you want, or no words at all. These are a couple of napkins right here. Napkin, and then there's some blanks for right in here, and then back here to where, and that's still cold, so that's not dry yet. And then we added a few more back here. These are the ones we did today. So which one do I want to do? Kind of want to do something kind of florally. Let's put this back in here because that's not quite dry, and it'll stick. It'll glue the pages shut. Let's see. I had a flowery one kind of picked out. Maybe this one. This one shouldn't be, too. It'll be fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some wax paper behind where we're going to work. And don't forget, guys, on Wednesday, I think we're going to do some animal drawings on the big scroll. I need another piece of wax paper because I used that one. Let's put this in there so we don't glue our pages together with paint. All right, let me look at chat for a second. I probably missed people coming. Did I say hi to you, Jane? I think I said hi to Jane. Anybody else I missed? You haven't seen that book, Mary? This one? Okay, so it's just it's a little leather journal. I got off of Amazon, individually sewn in signatures. I don't know the name of it. I don't know if it had a name. But I did, Leonardo back here. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and get some, let me move the matte medium to the side. And thank you for the markers too, Zandra. I showed those, if you're still here, and bundled them up by colors. All right, let's see. Let's get some paint. And let's see, pink and blue, blue, and cream, I think. Don't you? Pink, blue, and cream. So let's see. Looking over my blue greens. It's too. I don't want quite that light. I don't want quite this dark, but I think I'm going to go with this and then maybe add some white or cream to the side. Let's tuck this under so we don't get paint on it. I sent you a pic of the crime scene. Oh, you mean your stencils? Is that what you're talking about, Tina? Where you got stencils all over the place? All right, let me a little bit of white and a little bit of cream. What color do I want? This, yeah, this is antique white. Just a little of that. And then some bright pink. Maybe this might be too, well, let's go with it. Deep burgundy. We can lighten it up with the white if we need to. I don't need a lot because look, there's not a lot to cover here. Get some more baby wipes. Put in caps if you're talking to me. Hello, Angel Bear. Teresa C, little sister. All right. Let's see what I want to do here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and lighten up this teal color a little. Let's see, a little bit even lighter. Oops, I got my finger in the cream color there. Let's go lighter. Just kind of get the edges. And remember, because there's matte medium over it all, I can wipe it away. So if I get something where I don't want it, I can take the baby wipe and wipe it away. I'm just going to kind of blend some of the darker, some of the lighter. And you can use a brush. You don't have to use your fingers. I just like I like being able to, I can blend a lot easier with my fingers. All right, so we're going to just start with some teal around the edges. And then we'll add some of the cream and the red. And maybe with some stencil. Let's go ahead and blend that out a little. Oh, the destroyed pineapple. Oh, okay. Well, if it's gone, you mean they tore up your plant? The plant itself? Not just take the pineapple, but tore up the plant? Oh my gosh. I'll have to look at that in a little bit. I know they take a couple years to grow because sister woman Jonna, I asked her to do, she did actually did a video on how to grow a pineapple, and I asked her to do a video, so she did. Not that I'm going to grow it here in Georgia, but she did a video on how to grow pineapple. Those takes like 2 years. I mean, you could go to the grocery store and get one for a couple of bucks. Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. Oh, Tina, I'm sorry they got your pineapple. I really am. Oh my gosh. Hi, Bonnie. Anybody else coming in? Just say hi to Judy. Oh. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some, and then we'll put some butterflies and some other things. I don't know, maybe we got a quote here, dream, think, make. So maybe I'll put some little more clouds. Okay, so we got around the edge there. All right, so now I think I'm going to use some of the red here, and let's get a little bit of pink and make it a little pinker. And you can blend it with a baby wipe. You don't have to use your hands or, or a brush. I just like getting in there and moving the paint around with my hands. Let's go up here with a little bit more red, a little more pink, maybe a little bit more red. Let's see, let's do a darker red here. Maybe just make it kind of like, almost like, could be petals. Like this. Oh, thank you, Patty O, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks everybody that supports a channel or tip jars me in PayPal. I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. I like that. Let's put a little more red over here, maybe. Maybe a little bit down here. And this little dragonfly's body. Don't be afraid to go over, your papers or something you've glued down. Don't be afraid to cover things up. All right, so now let me go into a little bit of the cream and white. And let's maybe do a little bit more blend off the edges here. Thank you so much, Patty. Bye, Devin. Thanks for stopping in. And I think Devin, it was this weekend, she did another video too. Y'all go follow Devin. She did another video. Was it art journaling or was that the last week? I forget. But anyway, she put up a new video. So go follow Devin. Devin Rex for Art. All right, let's see. Let's do a little, so maybe some white kind of cloud things going in here. A little bit of that cream color. It can be anything, it doesn't have to be anything. And we'll probably put some stenciling in here. We'll make it nice and busy and then put some cutouts or something. Some of those, if y'all missed it earlier, where'd I put it? This book right here of punch outs that I also got from Zandra's shop. 500. I did a little flip through of this. We're going to use some of these on the page too. So let's just get some more paint in here. And you can get, if you want to get in some tight little areas, get your brush out and paint around things. I'm just trying to use my fingers as much as I can because I like to. Something like this. A little bit more up there. Maybe a little more white up in here. And maybe a little bit of more white over there. I don't even know if it really needs stenciling, but we're going to put some just because. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and take these out. And let me hit it with the heat gun. Okay, now I think I will get a brush because I want to add kind of close to the edge here a little bit more of this teal color. Get a little bit darker in some areas. Janet, I'm going to bust into my new paint brush water thing today. I haven't busted into it yet. If y'all remember my old, Janet would call it slimy paintbrush bucket. I got a new one just because of Janet. I got a new one. So I'm going to be busting into that today, this morning. Because I didn't paint over the weekend. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Tina, for putting Devin's link in there. All right, so let's see. Let's just put a little bit. And you just can make an imaginary world. You can add more collage fodder in here if you want. You know, I'm going to add some other just decorative things on top more than world building in this. I just want a little bit darker blue in a couple, or that teal green in a couple places. Okay. I'm liking that. Like everything's floating around in the sky, right? And after I stencil, I might even add some more clouds back on top. We'll see. All right. Cleaning my brush, Janet. And the new bucket. All right, let's try this. Okay, so let's see what stencils I want to use here. Let's see here. Y'all know you can get these stencils real inexpensive on Amazon. Let's see. Do I want one I've used or one I haven't used? Oh, and here's one. This will be a good one for that. I'll hold this out to go back to the one with the little bees on. The honeycomb. Let's see if we get back to that. All right, let's see. Do I want something wavy? I'm just flipping through here. Let's see. Something kind of tiny, but I think I've used this one. Similar. It's very similar anyway. This. Kind of like that one better. It's tiny. I want something more cloud effect than flowery. You know, something cloudy looking like this, maybe. Let's just go with that. I'll just roll with this. Now just decide what color. Do I want to do white? Or do I want to do a couple? Maybe I'll just lighten these colors up here. Let's see, let me get a sponge. Remember, you want to use a dry sponge. It's a makeup wedge, but it's dry. Okay. Don't use a damp one because it'll seep up under the stencil. All right, let's put a little more white there. All right, so let's see. Let's mix a little bit of light tealy color. And then we'll do a little bit of red and light pink color over on this side. So we'll have some pink on one side and a little bit of the teal on the other. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, yes, I use Americana craft paint. Not sponsored, just love it. But you can use any craft paint as long as it's matte. Because if you want to do any kind of penciling or any detail like that, you want it to be a matte paint. Yeah. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see, it might need to be even a little lighter. I think it's going to have to be a little light. Let me get a little bit more white on that red. Just show up on the darker here. Make a nice pink color. All right, let's see what happens. It's okay. It's not light. It's not going to show up enough. I'm going to have to do a little bit lighter. Let's just go ahead and go in here with the light teal first. Otherwise, it's not going to show up. All right, let's see here now. There we go. Just a little bit of floaty texture in there. Even a little bit lighter. I don't want it white, but I don't want it... let's see what this does. There we go. A little bit right in there. Probably go ahead and put some down there. All right, a little bit more light. Well, thank you, Starla Arts, for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. And good morning, by the way. I hadn't seen you this morning, Starla. Good morning. Thank you so much. I know, right, Tori? Thanks so much. Thanks, guys, for being supportive. All right, so now we got some of the areas that have the teal. Let's do a little bit. Let me get some of the excess off the paint here, and let's go over to the pink. Get a little bit of pink there, and do some of those areas like that. And in here. And while it's wet, you got matte medium over everything, you can wipe it off. So if you don't let it sit there for 5 minutes, but it'll wipe off if you don't like something. All right, so something like that. You get the idea. Get the idea. Maybe a little dark blue right up in here. Edge. Okay. I think it needs a little bit more red right in there. So let's go ahead and get some red on this side. And you can just you don't have to use one, you can just move the stencil around and just use a little part here or there. Know what I mean, Vern? Like that. Oh, thanks, Arlene. All right, so now I've dropped my sponge in the water so it doesn't crust over. And I don't clean my stencil, so it's just going to go right over there. I'm going to get a fresh baby. You know what? Let me just go wash my hands. So hang on 1 second. I got the bulk of it off. I use my craft scrubby to get off some of the what do you call it? Matte medium. All right, so let's dry. And maybe with this one, we'll add a little gold because I'm going to use some things out of here too. So maybe we'll edge everything in gold. Where's my gold? Not glitter. I don't want glitter. I just want the regular gold. What do I do with it? Where do I put my gold? Is it over here in this drawer? Here's one. Let's go with this splendid gold. All right, let's get another tray though, so I don't. I think that's all dry there. So I'll just put a little bit of splendid gold out. And I think I'll start. Gotta get another baby wipe. All right, let's see. Bye, Arlene. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some gold on my finger, kind of like I did that Japanese book that I did. And this is how I did it. I just went around the edges like this. And it's probably not going to show as shiny until I hold it up to the camera. But I'm just going to go around all the edges, and then I'll dry that. And then we'll do some punch outs of some butterflies or something in the little punch out book that I got from Zandra's shop. And then we'll edge the gold. We'll put gold edges on that too. All right, so I'm just going to go around all the. So anybody do any, some of y'all said what y'all did over the weekend other than getting, I got to look up that pineapple picture of Tina's. All right, there we go. Now it's on there kind of thick, so it'll probably get on some of the pages behind it and stuff, but that's what I want to paint the back too. So, all right, get a little bright. Let's turn down the brightness just a little. Well, I'll let that sit for a minute. Where's my phone? Here it is. Let me see where Tina messaged me. All right. Probably on Messenger. Where did you message it to me, Tina? I don't see it on Messenger. Where'd you put the picture of your pineapple, Tina? Hi, Jeff. You de-skunked a dog over the weekend. Definitely. That's very creative, Jeff. Did you have a secret weapon to get the skunk out of the dog? I've tried to get skunk out of cats. It's not easy. It's not easy to bathe a cat. Tina's gone for a few minutes. Okay, well, she didn't put it on Messenger, so I don't know where she sent it to me. So, okay, let's go ahead and dry this a little bit anyway. Thanks, Janet. Okay, it's not 100% dry, so I just got to be aware of that the edges are not dry. Kind of fold that correctly. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to just move that up here, and let's look in our little book here of punch outs and see what we might want to punch out. Maybe a bird, just because I like the color, this teal bird. So I'm going to punch out a few things. And a lot of times on punch outs, they'll still have a little bit of a rough edge. So you might want to take your detail scissors and like cut off some of those little, if they're big. This one doesn't seem to be a big deal. but you know, if you want it perfectly smooth, but I'm going to gold the edges anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and gold just slightly. Can you see that? Just going to take my finger and just run some gold paint right around the edges. You know, if you wanted to, you could use stickles and let them sit overnight. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of gold around the edges of the images that I punch out. I haven't decided where I'm putting anything yet. I'm just picking a few things that I like the bird. My dog may be worse than bathing a cat. He's afraid of water. Oh no. What did you use? Did you use, I hear people say milk and, you know, different things. What did you use, Jeff, to get the scent of skunk off your dog? I'm just going to flip through here and see what I like. I like that little music. That little piece of music might go good with the Great Dream, Create, Dream, Make. So let's go ahead and punch that out. Again, maybe there's just one little edge there. Not too bad. Just run some gold. Let's see. The house, but when I went into the garage, so the dog ran into the house. I feel for you, Jeff. I do. I like that camera. It's a little on the big side, though. Maybe this little gold one. Brass looking one. But again, I'm just going to put a little bit of gold edging on everything. I don't know. I'll pick 5 things or something like that and just kind of place them. And again, if you like to journal more, you know, if you're more of a journaler and you want to put more words and, you know, what you did that day, more planner, more art journaling, then, you know, get some little boxes to write on and then put that on there rather than writing on this, because it's going to be tricky to write on that texture. I wonder if the dog knew it was stinky. Oh, thanks, Journey. Oh, yeah, Mary likes her gold, doesn't she? Mary does like her gold. All right, let's see. Let's pick a couple other things in here. I'm just kind of flipping. No particular thing. Maybe one of these teal color roses. I just try to do a little bit of, you know, everything that we can do: art, journaling, collaging, drawing, sketching. You know, we do a little everything creatively. Have we all done? Oh, thanks, Flo. Thank you, Flo. That's so sweet. Flo, so encouraging. My last dog once got nailed square in the face. Oh, that's probably, did it blind him? Did it blind him for a while? Because that would be bad on the eyes, I'm sure. I might pick a couple of the butterflies out of my stickers too. There's a blue one. I don't want that blue though. I want more teal colors. So, oh, let's get a gold butterfly. Let's get this little gold one. There we go. All right. Hi, Barb. Yeah, I should pull out. I put my some of my Gary art. Some of it's in with his books, and some of it's up in here because it's bigger on the shelf. I'll just show y'all some of Gary's art. Okay, so I think that's all that I've got out of this. It's teal, and there was really no pink. So I'll have to find a couple. Let me see. Where's my? Hang on. Some of my stickers that have some butterflies or some other nature stuff. Let's just maybe pick a butterfly or two out that's kind of pink. I'm looking for something in that magenta color. But I'm not seeing a butterfly in magenta. There's a light pink one. Could cut because I don't like the white around the edge, so I always cut that off. There's that one. Let's see. Looking for something a little brighter, but I'm not seeing one in this pack of stuff. Let me look in this. Leaves and nature, flowers. So, like, if you like to write or add more journaling, then, you know, a journaling card to do more journaling on. All right. Well, I think I'll just roll with this. There's a little clock. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to go with this. This will be enough anyway to give you the idea. All right, so let's cut this little white edge off. Vonnie, check your mail today. I sent you a little something, Miss Vonnie. Should probably be there today. And anytime I have butterfly antenna, I cut those off too and just draw them back on. I'm not cutting around an antenna. All right, so let's see here. All right, so let's peel this back, and then I want to put a little gold on it. Maybe I should put the gold first because it is a sticker, but let's see what I can do here. Just want a little of that gold. All right. And again, if you don't trust the sticky sticker, then you want to, you'll probably want to put glue on it. I don't want it there. It's not going to show up because I cover that up. Let's see. I guess I could just stick it over here on this side. Or maybe, yeah, let's just go right there. Don't really see it much. It kind of blends in. That's why I wanted some darker. Yes, a little happy mail. All right, so now let me go ahead and dry this little butterfly and dry these if they're not quite dry yet. And decide where I want to put them. I kind of like it over here by the words, but he's on a little stand. Maybe he just needs to stand on top. I like it better down here. All right, let's see. Drawing the gold. Okay, and then I'll just use some tacky glue to glue these down because these are not stickers. All right, so let's see where I want them. Kind of like the bird over there. Maybe the music kind of right there. No, do I have that music upside down? Probably. And the camera. Do I want it way up here in the corner? I like things grouped together. Probably like that. Something like that, and then this last little butterfly. Let's group it with that one. Let's turn it in. Something like that. We'll keep them all kind of grouped together. All right. So let's just glue these down. And again, guys, you can do as much, you know, we could, from this, I could put little gold dots all over it with the pearl dots or stickles, journaling, you know. But I just thought that the little create, dream, make was enough. And I'm just putting some glue on the back and moving it flat because you don't want lumpy, bumpy. Well, you could. I mean, you could do pop dots and stand it out. I don't like too much dimension in my journals, so it makes it hard to work on the other sides. And since I don't usually finish everything in one setting, if I want to go back, then I'm going to you have to deal with bumpy pages. All right, so let's see. What are you doing under there, babies? They're in my stuff. I can hear them crunching around under there. Hear them? Something like that. I think that's my family group text. All right, there we go. All right, let me get another baby wipe. What is it, baby? All right, so I kind of like that's kind of pretty with the gold, isn't it? I don't know if you can. There you go. You can see the gold. That's a little truer colored now. It gets a little flashed out with the light, but right there is pretty true to color. What is it, baby? Don't step in the paint. Let's move the paint away from you. There we go. All right, you want to go? Okay. I think this is where I wiped it down. It's wet. And, oh, I'm stepping in water. All right. Let's see. Oh, did you posted it on Instagram, Tina? Is that where you posted your pineapple thing? Hang on. All right, let's see. No, that was Malibu. All right, let's see. Oh, here it is. Well, what did they do? Just chop it in half, Tina? It's like half there and half. What, did they just want a bite? They just wanted a bite of pineapple? Oh my gosh. It's like, look, Tina's pineapple's like chopped it, like they just bit in it. You think it was an animal? I mean, not the human kind, but another Tina? Oh my gosh. It is weird. It's like somebody took a bite out of it. You know? Yeah, I just did, Tina. That's why I just showed it. You might be, are you lagged, Tina? I just showed it. Yeah. it's just weird. That's odd. I don't know. It looks like it could be an animal, actually. Because it's like they didn't even take the whole pineapple. They just looked like it took a bite out of it. It was attacked. Yeah, it was attacked by something. All right, so let's see. So let's make sure this is dry. I'll put a little wax paper in here too, just to make sure that gold, because some of that gold may not be dry. I don't want to stick the pages together. But the other one with the bee in it, let's see, where was that? Let's toward back here. Yeah. This one with the bees. I'm just thinking honeycomb in here. Maybe I'll just paint the background of this one just to have something to do for a couple more minutes. I'm not going to stay too much longer. So, and I think those bees, if I go, we're going to lose those bees. We're going to lose the bees, but I do have a bee stamp I could put back in, or just use the honeycomb and then put the bees on top. Because I have some bee stickers too, where we could cut the bees out or stamp them and put that on there. But I think I'll just right now paint the background. The cat went away, so I can maybe do a little paint. Real light teal. Have a dark teal spot there. But I don't want the same colors. I don't want to use the same colors. Maybe this yellow ochre color. No, not feeling that. Let me think a minute. There were a lot of birds in my backyard yesterday morning. Now we know why they were there. Yeah, but what busted it open? It looked like it was bit into. Do you have bears? Do you have black bears? Brown? Well, I know you don't have. Do you have bears there in your neck of the woods in Florida? I don't know. That's what it looked like. Let's see. What color do I want? Not sure. Because it's got that, same color there. And it would look good with gold or yellow ochre beehive. I'm just looking it over. Maybe just a light tan color. Just put some tan down and some white. Janet still doesn't know what she's going to do today yet. All right, this one I think I'll just mix some light tan and just paint it. I'm painting right over those bees. I need a little even lighter than that because they're not going to show up. So and then I think I'll go fix some sausage. I boil it and then fry it. I'm going to go make sausage for lunch and vegetables or something. I made a salad yesterday, so Hubster comes home for lunch and have that for salad. Doesn't take long to cook that. I have 10 cats. I think I missed something on that. And hi, Sue, by the way. Yeah, if y'all are talking to me, put it in caps, because otherwise I'm just capturing certain parts of a conversation. Oh, what are they talking about? I try not to do that. I try to just ignore the conversations I don't say ignore, but I don't just sit here and read the chats when it's not in caps, when y'all are talking amongst yourselves. So maybe some stamps. I don't know. Some stamping. This would be a good one for a big journaling spot if you like to, do writing. But again, this paper is textured. It feels like a cottony watercolor paper. And then plus with the acrylic paint on there, it's, I guess you could scruff out something on with a Posca. But, if you're a writer, you're not going to want to write on this. You're going to write on another piece of paper and stick it in here or glue it in. Okay, so let's go ahead and dry this. And let's get another sponge, and maybe we'll do it's just stained, but it's clean and dry and dry. And I'll use this honeycomb and do some gold, and it'll be subtle. So we'll just do some subtle gold honeycomb here and there. Let's see what that looks like. Probably won't show up unless you tilt it in the white. Yeah, it shows a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. Yeah, Jan, I hope you get your things in the mail today. So, anybody working on anything cool besides cleaning out their pineapple garden? I feel for you. That's terrible, Tina. All right, so there we go. A little bit of gold, and then maybe, my bee stamp. I could stamp out. I could stamp out my bees and cut them out because this is textured. Stamping is not going to be really, neat. It won't be real neat on here. But I think I'll go ahead and take a little bit of the gold again. Since I have some left, just kind of go along the edges here. Let's go ahead and go around the edges again. But I hope y'all got some ideas, some creativity, and did anybody? Oh, yes, a couple people did do something for Society of Idea Collectors. Let me go to my Instagram real quick. I saw it this morning. A couple people did a couple things. So last week's idea, weekly idea was to do something with either leaves or flowers. All right, so let me clean off my hands. Let me tilt it so you can see. So yeah, that looks kind of cool. Subtle. I like it. Subtle. Oh, Janet and I don't understand what subtle means. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get my phone here. Instagram, Society of Idea Collectors. Hang on. Hashtag. All right. Okay, let's see here. Did I spell it right? There it is. Okay. Recent. Okay, so we have a few things here. I'm not sure the last one. I think Arlene's already gone, but she showed her binder that she has her Society of Idea Collector binder. If y'all want to go see these in close up, just go over to Society of Idea Collectors and click on recent. Okay. This one is Abigail, and she was here earlier. I love this one. Abigail did a leaf spiral. And then this one is Linda Renz, and she did a collage and paint, it looks like. And then Mitzi, I don't know if she's still here either. These were really cool. She did these her own like ephemera, her faux, did her own ephemera. So she drew leaves and cut them out. And then this one was Kathleen D. And she looks like she stamped leaves like a full on pattern. I like those colors together. Of course, that's kind of the colors I use today. I like those colors. And then Artist for Life did these leaves and flowers in her journal. I'll just have to go look at them to get close up. And the last one I have here was Jane. I think Jane's still here. Jane Litterick, and she did a little like ink drawing. She did an ink drawing of flowers and leaves. All of y'all so original, so different. They're all so different. Yeah, I know, right, Tori? So thanks God for participating and doing, some just, it's really left up to whatever you interpret the idea to be for the week. And so there's no right or wrong thing to do. It's just whatever, because that's what the Society of Idea Collectors is getting the ideas and you running with them and making your own. So, okay, and that's not quite dry yet around the edges, so I'm going to not shut this yet. But I think I'm looking around. I think I've shown y'all everything for the day. Did a couple journal pages. Do y'all have any questions or anything that we've talked about or done? Or I'm looking around the room, see if there's anything else. Any comments or anything before we go? And I'll go make my sausage. Let me put my gold sponge in the water. But yeah. So don't forget, Janet comes on at 1 Eastern. It's 11:15 Eastern right now, a.m. And she comes on at 1. And just so if you're international, you can kind of judge what time that is for you. So you're welcome, Barb, and thanks all y'all that super chat or super sticker the channel. I appreciate that, and hope y'all got some ideas and had a little bit of fun, a little bit of break, a little Monday fun, and yeah. So we'll see you guys over at Janet's, and y'all have a great day. And thanks again, everybody, for being here. Thank you, lurkers. Love the lurkers. All right, guys. Bye bye.